Hello, welcome back to my corridors. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my corridors. So y'all have probably been made aware, because I reposted it on my social media. If not, that's okay, I'll just say. So, y'all probably have heard the news that the Sunflower Oven is closing for good, and y'all know that that's like one of the main places I've been going to, these local metal gigs. And I'm very disappointed, because they also sell, like, they're also a bakery, so they sell like a bunch of really good baked goods, and I've had some of this stuff, and it's really good. I ordered a loaf of bread there and some rye cookies, and I'm gonna go pick them up on Wednesday, so. And, man, I'm gonna miss that place. I am so sad that it has to close. And this is the sad reality of it all. Small businesses don't last very long. And, you know, I hate to see that. But anyway, I would like to share my last show at the Sunflower Oven, because it was such a great one. And I've made so many good memories there, and I've met so many good people, and I got to hang out with friends there, and it was just, I'm even really sad just thinking about it. I'm not about to tear up, but it is just really sad. But anyway, so I got to see Gravehuffer a second time. You know, y'all know who those guys are by now, because I've mentioned them several times. I got to see a local black metal band from Carrollton, Mississippi called Exorcism, and I got one of their shirts. It says, Pure Brutal Black Metal. And they're really nice boys. I think they're younger than me, so I think I'm really happy to see like younger guys who are into the metal scene, and it makes me really happy. I got to see my friends in Plagueburner. Got one of their stickers. I even had another sticker just like this, and I got to put it on my car. And Gravehuffer gave me a sticker for free, and I put it on my car. So yeah. Who else was there? Oh, a band called Downhill, and I'm not too familiar with them, but I saw them and they're really good. But anyway, I'll get into it. Kind of try my best to do this in chronological order. So I got there. I got to see my friends, and Plagueburner is another local band, and my friends Brandon and Josh and Bobby are in there too. They're part of Beneath the Kudzu. Josh is also the drummer for False Gods, and the singer Plagueburner is also the singer of False Gods. His name is Mikey, and he's cool too. And I'm gonna see Plagueburner again this Thursday when I go to Vicksburg to go see Exorcism. That's gonna be pretty cool. I've never been to Vicksburg, but I bet it's gonna be something else. An Exorcism. The Exorcism. Yeah. So yeah, I got to the show, and I brought 2 non-alcoholic beers to drink. You know, just kind of celebrate my time there. Just celebrate my last time being at the Sunflower Oven. You know, going to a local metal show at the Sunflower Oven, and you know, I thought, you know, I'd bring 2 beers to celebrate. But yeah, I hung out with the guys, just talked with them, and it's always a pleasure just talking to people I actually know, and it's really cool. And I've made friends with all these band members, and I don't even know how I did it, but I did it, so yeah. And they were all happy to hear about my visit to Baton Rouge, because they saw on my Facebook that I went, and they were happy to hear about my story and going to the Museum of Death and seeing Jack Kevorkian's machines. But yeah, I hung out, drank, and I didn't bring a bottle opener, so one of them had a cigarette lighter and opened it up for me, and that was really cool. So yeah, I just talked and hung out before the show started, and I think it's just really nice just hanging out with people who are really good, and just, I've needed it lately. I've just been so distressed, you know, from my previous job, and I'm not working there anymore, so it made, you know, I really needed it after all that. Yeah, Downhill was the first band that played, and they were really good. You know, just the typical southern sludge metal, and that's kind of, you know, that's kind of our thing down here is sludge metal. Most of y'all could figure that out, but yeah. Downhill was good. I don't think they're on Deezer, and that's the main streaming service I use. I don't use Spotify anymore. Maybe I can find some of their music on YouTube. Hopefully I can. I know they have Bandcamp. Maybe I'll look at that one. And I wasn't intending on getting merch, but, you know, I thought, okay, this is my last show at the Sunflower Oven, so I'll get it. Downhill didn't have any merch, sadly, but Plagueburner and Exorcism did. You know, I got a shirt for Exorcism. Yeah, Downhill played, and they were a good starter band. And then Exorcism played, and they had the corpse paint going, and some of their songs are on Deezer, and I added them to my playlist on Deezer. I made a playlist of bands I'm seeing or bands I have seen, so Exorcism is in my playlist. There are other metal bands called Exorcism, but the one I'm thinking of is a black metal band from Carrollton, Mississippi, and they had a really cool performance, and and I had seen them before. There was like a charity show I saw at the I saw at the Sunflower Oven, like earlier this month, maybe. I can't remember. I lost track, but you know, I saw them before and they were really good. And I saw them this time, and they were really good too. And their members at the end of their set helped me get some merch. I got a shirt. They thankfully had one in my size. Gravehuffer didn't have any in my size, and I was disappointed. But yeah, I also got a poster for them, and one of them signed it. They're very cool, and I'll leave a link in the description if I can find one of their songs. Hopefully I can on YouTube. Oh, there's nothing on the back, but yeah. And their singer, I don't remember his name. He followed my Instagram. I have to go back and look, but he really loved my vest, and he loved my battle purse, so I just kind of gave him a show and tell of everything, and he just really loved it. He told me his favorite band was Opeth, and he got to go see them in New Orleans, and man, I'm jealous. And I asked him, did they do the growls? He's like, oh yeah. And I was pretty surprised to hear that, because I thought, you know, Opeth had stopped doing the growls at live shows, but no, they didn't, apparently. I hope one day I can see Opeth live. I bet that would be great. You know, their singer, he was really impressed with my battle vest and everything. And I really love it when, like, younger metalheads really admire my work, and it makes me really happy. Like, just in general, like, people loving my vest, it makes me happy, because I put too much work into it, as y'all know. But yeah, they were really nice. They're super young. They have to be, and I could be wrong, they have to be at least college age, at least 19 or 20. They're younger than me, and they were really nice boys, and it makes me really happy. And I've noticed a lot of, like, younger people, a lot of, like, especially, like, teenagers who are in the metal scene, they just happen to be some of the nicest teenagers ever, because, you know, teenagers are, not all, but a lot of them have been horrible. Maybe I just had bad luck, but these guys, they were just so nice, and a lot of, like, teenage metalheads just happen to be some of the nicest kids ever, and it makes me happy. Gravehuffer had their set next. You know, y'all know what they're like, and they're really good. Their original vocalist was singing with the band, and I was pretty surprised, because I thought he had left the band, but I guess he's back, kind of, so yeah. But yeah, I got to see Richie and Wes. I didn't see Todd. Like, Todd was like a stand-in the first time I saw Gravehuffer. And the guys from Gravehuffer were really happy to see me again. They remembered me, and that makes me happy. They gave me, like, a bunch of their posters, and they gave them all to me for free. I don't know which one of them I'm gonna hang up, but this is just one of them. I have a lot. They gave me 4. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. But yeah, no. And their set's always good, and they're really funny, nice guys, and they're always enjoyable to watch. Hopefully they'll come back to Jackson. But yeah, no, I'm happy that they remembered me, and, you know, I got to talk to them a lot. My friends Joe and Chance were there, and Joe and I and Chance and I were talking about lots of things. We were also talking about Obituary, because I got to go see Obituary, and I was telling them, yes, please go see Obituary, because their concerts are worth every penny. and I ended up meeting another one of Joe's friends who's like in one of his bands, and his friend also got to see Heracleon, and I was very surprised that the drummer, the same person that I met that I got a picture with, and I was very shocked to find this out. The drummer of Heracleon is like 19 or 20, and I'm like, oh my god, he's so young. And I'm like, these are like younger guys in this band, and this band is like so good. Like, that's crazy, you know. But it's cool though, you know. I just, at first glance, I would have never guessed that he was 19, because like, you know, and this is like one of the nicest 19-year-olds I had ever met. So yeah, I made myself some tea. I have been reunited with my beloved Disney villains mug, and I'm very happy about that. I'm drinking one of the teas I got at World Market. So yep, I got a few stickers, but some of them are already on my card. Plagueburner was the last band to play. They're really good, and I've seen them before. They kind of got that death, doom, sludgy sound. They're really good. Their music is not on streaming services yet. Hopefully soon they will be. But, you know, I know all their members, and they're really cool, funny, nice guys, and they were a good band to play last. I ended up getting one of their shirts. They didn't have a small, but they have a medium, and you know what I can do? I can get my camo shorts and, like, tuck the shirt in, and wear a belt. It'll look good with that, and it is starting to get hot, so it'll be appropriate. But yeah, I think this is a cool shirt. I'll probably wear it when I go see Exorcism this week. That'll be fun. The Sunflower Oven is closing, so they're like selling everything in the building. So, well, at least in their part of the building. So I ended up getting a painting for $10. Well, it's not really a painting. It's like something on the wall, and this came from like maybe a cookbook or like something. I can't remember, but here it is, like a list of fermented foods. Stuff is very good for the digestion, so yeah, I'll have to find something on my wall for it. And Joe's friend is also in a band. It's called Vampiric Coffin, I think. He gave me some stickers and pins for it. I have to look them up. I have to check them out. They're not on Deezer. They are on Spotify, but y'all know I don't like Spotify. So maybe their music is on YouTube. So Vampiric Coffin, that sounds so cool. I also found a guitar pick on the floor. I don't know what band it was from, but I just found a guitar pick. So it's just in memoriam of the Sunflower Oven. You know, I got to talk to all the members of these bands, and that's always nice. And I'm not like close with them, but I've started to just get on like a first name basis with them. So I'm like hanging out with them and drinking beer with them. That's what kind of relationship I have with them, just talking and hanging out, and that makes me really happy. I didn't even think I would end up making friends here in Mississippi, but I did, and it makes me happy. I think Joe and Chance are going to be going to Eggs Hoarder, I think, so hopefully I'll see them again later this week. But yeah, no, I'm sad the Sunflower Oven is going away, and I'm never going to forget that place. I've made so many good memories there, like sitting next to the drummer of Insomniac and just chatting with him and drinking my tea, and the singer, or did I say the drummer of Insomniac? Yes, the drummer of Insomniac. I sat with him and drank my tea and just chatted with him, and the singer of Insomniac helped me get the shirt, and I, laughed with the members of Dead Register, and ate delicious bread there, and talked with my friends, and just and got pictures with the members of Measureless Aeons, and it was such a fun ride. And this is why you should support your local metal scene, because businesses like this just don't do very good, and I hate to see that. So if you have a local metal scene in your area, and chances are you probably do, please support it the best you can, because I hate to see things like this happen. But yeah, I'm gonna miss the Sunflower Oven. That was one of the coolest places ever. Yeah, hopefully I could go to shows in Vicksburg more, or maybe CS's will have shows too, but I don't know. Hopefully soon I can find like my new regular place to go to. when I go to these local shows. I had been going to a lot of these local shows. I never made a concert story time about them because I didn't want my videos to get so repetitive. But yeah, in my monthly metal favorites, and I'm going to do for the spring of this year soon, it'll probably be in May, I'm going to include all the local bands that I've seen. So yeah, that'll be cool. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Hope you all enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I'll see y'all later, and stay metal.